Hello, I'm Aki. This may come out of the blue, but I have a favorite saying. One of them is, even when looking at the same thing, the impression you receive differs before and after gaining knowledge or information about it. Please look at the following image. This is Hachiko, the subject of this video. What impression did you form upon seeing Hachiko just now? Please commit that first impression to memory. I shall show this image again at the video's conclusion. By then, you will undoubtedly view Hachiko from a different perspective. Hachiko is the name given to the bronze statue of a dog located in Shibuya, Tokyo. Its official name is the Statue of the Loyal Dog Hachiko. Now, let's actually use Google Maps to check the location of Hachiko. The building on the right side of the screen is Shibuya Station. The one on the left is the famous Scramble Crossing. And here is Hachiko. As you can see, Hachiko is also close to Shibuya Station, making it easily accessible for foreign tourists. Hachiko is formed by combining hachi and ko. Hachi is the dog's formal name, while ko is an honorific used to express respect or affection. An easy example of how ko is used is when referring to Oda Nobunaga, who was active during the Warring States period, as Oda Nobunaga ko. However, in modern Japan, the honorific ko is rarely used in practice. I've never used it myself, so it's probably an obsolete word. The bronze statue of Hachiko was modeled after a real dog. This dog, Hachi, served as the model. Here is a brief overview of Hachi's life. Hachi was born in Akita Prefecture in 1923 and came to Tokyo at 50 days old. In Tokyo, he was kept by Professor Isaburo Ueno of Tokyo Imperial University. Professor Ueno would take Hachiko with him from home to Shibuya Station on his way to work, and Hachiko would greet him at the station when he returned home. This was their daily routine. However, in May 1925, Professor Ueno suddenly passed away. Yet Hachiko continued to go to Shibuya Station every single day, waiting for his master, whom he could never see again. Moved by Hachiko's devotion, many people came to know him as the loyal dog Hachiko, who continued to mourn his deceased master. A bronze statue was erected in his honor in 1934. Records indicate that Hachiko himself attended the unveiling ceremony for the statue. The following year, Hachiko passed away. However, the Hachiko statue created at that time is actually different from the one currently at Shibuya Station. So where did the original Hachiko statue go? Upon investigation, a sad story emerged. 9 years after the Hachiko statue was erected, in 1941. At that time, with Japan on the brink of the Pacific War, an imperial decree was issued to counter the intensifying war situation and shortages of materials. This was the Metal Collection Order. The state collected everything from manhole covers and building handrails to household pots and kettles, using them as resources for manufacturing weapons and other items. Now that I've explained this far, you understand, don't you? The original Hachiko statue fell under this Metal Collection Order and was taken away and melted down in 1944. How ironic it is that Hachiko, a symbol of love and loyalty transcending species, was taken by state order and turned into iron resources for the war effort. After the war ended, a new Hachiko statue was created in 1948. This is the Hachiko that stands in Shibuya today. Now, please take another look at this image of Hachiko. What impression did you get from this statue just now? Didn't your impression change from when you first saw this image? Even now, over 100 years after his birth, Hachiko is still loved by many people. With eyes still brimming with affection, he continues to watch the world's changes unfold. Finally, let me introduce you to a place where you can meet the real Hachiko. It's the National Museum of Nature and Science in Ueno, Tokyo. Surprisingly, Hachiko's taxidermied remains are on display here. This is an actual photo. The real Hachiko gives a different impression from the statue, doesn't it? With his beautiful coat, Hachiko exudes a gentle aura. The National Museum of Nature and Science has many other highlights, so I highly recommend visiting at least once. As of January 2026, admission is 630 yen per adult. Additionally, the Agricultural Museum at the University of Tokyo, which has ties to Mr. Ueno, displays Hachiko's heart. This museum is open to the public, so even people who are not students at the University of Tokyo can enter for free. I also went here a year ago and saw Hachi's heart. If you'd like to learn more about these two places, I've included the URLs in the description section, so please check them out. So, what did you think so far? I'd be thrilled if this video helped you learn a little more about Hachiko and sparked your interest in Japan. Thank you for watching until the end. See you next time.